Okay guys, so I'm nearly ready to start the Chakrvarti experience. I've just been packing and getting a few things ready. Let's have a look at what we've got. So all of this is what I'm taking with me. Got the camping stove, got a camping kettle. Here we've got everything in its own place. Here's the electrics, all the chargers that I need, the power banks, batteries. I've got food stuff here, so salt, tomatoes, ingredients for cooking, a little few snacks as well. Then some blankets to sleep on, some chairs to sit on, a sleeping bag. I'll go through certain things in more detail along the way to see what exactly we've got, what we need for this experience. But now the tricky part is getting it all into the car. So the first stop of the Chakrvarti experience is completely unplanned. I found myself at Stonehenge. So this morning I was looking at the journey, looking at the parts of the UK that I'd like to travel to, and I saw that I'd be driving through Salisbury. And why not stop off and see Stonehenge? Stonehenge is a monument that goes back thousands of years. It's very sacred to some of the pagan traditions in the UK, and they gather here every summer at the summer solstice. At sunrise, the sun shines through the main stone, the heel stone, and it lights up the centre of the monument. So I've arrived at the first stop. It's a campsite in Salisbury, and it's very peaceful here. Let's go for a walk. So I've set up camp and I'm ready to call it a night. I've got my tent here with my belongings in it, and here is the car with my sleeping bag, all ready to go to bed. One of the good things about campsites in the UK is that they have showers and toilets and running water, and this patch even has electricity as well, so I can charge my phone and other devices. So it's been a really eventful but fun first day. Been to Stonehenge, cooked, set up camp, and I'm ready to call it a night until tomorrow. Good night. So it's day 2 of Chakrvarti. It's Amritavella, and the moon is shining bright. But we are going to need a bit of extra light just to navigate our way around here. Let's check out the showers. So it's not freezing cold, but it is quite chilly. So I think I'll do my bath in the car. It was a good night in the car actually. Very comfortable, warm. I slept like a log. I needed the alarm to get me up, so that's a good sign. So here we have the toilet. here is the washroom. Okay, this isn't bad. I've got a shower. It's an electrical shower. Even a stool for the elderly or disabled, and a spare toilet. Over here we have a sink and a mirror. Yeah, this will be alright. Okay, so that was a nice warm shower. I'm heading back to the car. We'll put the kashera up to dry, pack the things away, and start Nitnem. Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਵੀ ਸੱਚ ਸੋਚੈ ਸੋਚ ਨ ਹੋਵੇ ਜੇ ਸੋਚੀ ਲਖਵਾਰ. So the first day is done of Chakrvarti, and it's been amazing. It's been really peaceful. This is the first time I've ever camped on my own, and I'm wondering why I didn't do it sooner. I've travelled abroad on my own. I've been Punjab 3 years in a row on my own, and I've camped with other people, but I've never camped alone. And it's beautiful. I mean, everywhere I look, all I can see is nature. It's just me and nature. There's trees, grass, cows that I was just interacting with earlier there as well. And it's a lovely day too. You know, coming out here, doing your part, playing Dilruba, out in nature, doing your bhakti, and just reflecting as well. It's such a peaceful experience. And even yesterday at Stonehenge, it was really positive as well. I actually met a lady. She was with her children, and she was just interested in the barna and what I'm wearing, and in Sikhi as well. She's Christian herself, and what we found was that we have so much in common. We just have different names for similar things. You know, what she calls the Holy Spirit, we call the Nirgun Swarup of Akal Purkh, for example. And we ended up talking for ages. But again, it's a very positive, very, you know, delightful experience. You know, it was very you know, genuine interest, you know, that two people have in one another, their story. And you know, she was camping as well with her kids, and yeah, it was just a really warm, positive experience. And that's what I tend to get, you know, from people. I do get a lot of looks everywhere I go, you know, especially in the UK or, you know, in the West. A lot of people do take a double take, you know. And sometimes people say things, but overwhelmingly they say positive things. Either it'll be something neutral, like, oh, can I ask what is that you're wearing, or it will be, you look amazing. You know, what is that? And you know, what are you? And it's an opportunity to do prachar, because I don't really consider myself to be a pracharak in the traditional sense, you know, especially like a kathavajak. You know, I don't have a great memory for details to be able to sit on a stage and retell sakya, and I don't really see my strength in being able to translate Gurbani for audiences. I think there's already a lot of capable people doing things like that, and I don't really see that as my mission or my purpose. For me, it's more about taking on board the teachings of Gurbani, the meaning of the Shabad and assimilating it and living the life, and trying to be at one with Gurbani. I'm not trying to force any kind of messages or convey any kind of education that I've got in Sikhi, but just live it, just be it. And I think this whole experience is helping me do that. So on to the next stop.